Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. Sorry about the last video. I was in the direct sunlight. My iPad quit out due to excessive heat, so now we're back at it. This is a 20-inch Bolens side discharge 450E engine. Like I said, 2019. First video, we took everything apart. And I just started messing with it again. I cleaned up all that orange crap. Here on the emulsion tube, I opened up the main jet here with a 0.6 millimeter drill bit. I got a 10-pack of these. Normally I use a kit 0.6 up to 1.5 millimeter, and I always use the 0.6 for these small jets. So what you want to do is, this is a brass jet. Take your drill bit, start touching the brass, start twisting, let the drill bit pull itself in all the way, and then back it out without wobbling around the bit. You don't want to widen it any more than the 0.6 millimeter. So that's done. I used compressed air, cleaned out the bowl. That's ready to go. I'll blast some compressed air in the carburetor now to get rid of any foreign material. Getting a little rain shower, but I'm going to keep going. So let's put this back, and then we'll discuss the air filter backing plate. I had to change that out because it was twisted. I ended up straightening up the metal cage. I tweaked this a little bit, so I had a flat surface. This was all tweaked out of shape. So let's put this back together again. You want to put your secondary jet over the emulsion tube, and then there's a little resting knob here that the top jet sits down on, like so. This will only go in one way. Use two thumbs, click that into place, like so. Now I'm ready for the bowl. Your jet's here. There's a little divot here for the gas to sit in, so it's pulled into the jet. So you line that up, line up your holes, give it a push. This takes the wide screws because it has the built-in washers to hold the plastic bowl down. So put that in like so. Those are 7 millimeters. I got my 7 millimeter socket. Tighten that up. Give it a snug, don't over torque it. It's just plastic. You'll end up stripping out that plastic. And if you happen to do that, remove the screw and put a nut and bolt configuration all the way through. Nut here, a bolt here, and then nut it here on the top side to keep this clamped together. So all is not lost if you strip this out. You get the same diameter screw or nut and bolt, put it through, and then nut it on this side. So you got a nice tight clamp. So that's back together. I'm going to put the O-ring and the white clip back on because that stayed on the pickup tube here, the intake manifold tube. So click the white clicky down. Now we're ready to go in. I'm going to put my linkage on, throttle linkage. Give it a push with 2 hands. So as you can see, this is the original one. It's all twisted up. I went to the scrap yard and dug this up and degreased it. It's pushing air. So I'm going to use this one. I start with the 2 center 7 millimeters. These go into the plastic of the carburetor. Like so. Get the other one started and bring them in evenly. Switching out to my 8 millimeter socket. I'm going to do the outside sheet metal right now. Get the second one started. Back and forth, so I'm pulling this in evenly. Okay, this is tight. My tube is attached to the back of the air filter backing plate. I cleaned out the gas tank with compressed air, got rid of all the old gas and any water in the bottom. This is clean. This is going on next. These 2 tracks here, what I'm going to fish into the metal ring. Okay, that fit down. Now I'm going to come over here and do the gas line with a pair of needle nose. Hose is on. Now the clamp. Okay, so that's on. We're nearly done. We just got to put the recoil on, set this on the ground. It had enough oil on it. I just got to add some petrol, non-ethanol petrol. I got my oil can. I want to oil up my recoil here. You see the metal spring here at the top. There's a gap. I give it a couple of squirts there, and then oil up the pawls. That one, and then that one, and a little bit here in the center. So that's on. Then you're going to have 3 of these 8mm. So basically you're doing the job with an 8mm and a 7mm socket. It's very easy. Grab your 8 again, because this is what the recoil is held down with. Since I got it at waist level, I'm going to throw some fuel in it now, some clean fuel. Season's kind of dead. I've got a couple of stragglers asking about mowers, but nobody's come through. They've asked a lot of questions, but nobody's come out. Put a little gas in. Just enough to start it. It stops sprinkling, so I'm not going to get drenched here. Had a cold front come through today. It should be nice tomorrow, mid-70s instead of 85 with high humidity. Always look forward to this time of year. So, before I do that, I want to offer you guys 1 drill bit each. If you live in the continental U.S., I'm going to send you one of these 0.6mm drill bits. All you got to do is go to my home page. You'll see the heading videos, playlist, community, and then about. You click on about, that'll bring you down to the next page, which is the description of my channel. Under that is details. You hit view email for commercial purposes or something to that effect, and you'll see my Yahoo email. You guys email me, the first 10 that email me, I'll send you one of these bits so you can mess around with your Briggs & Stratton carburetors. I would recommend this for the 450E and up. The 300E, I don't know if I'd open it up to this much. I'd have to experiment a little bit, but I think opening the smaller 300 series would be too much. 450E and above, I think it's okay. We're going to find out here in a minute, won't we? If this thing coughs and pukes, then it's opened up too much, but I think it'll be fine. First 10 to email me, I'll put one of these in a yellow envelope and send it off to you. Only in the U.S. I'm not going to ship it over to Saudi Arabia, or anywhere over in the big pond. So that may be helpful to you guys. Let's bring this down and try starting this thing. Let me prime it. Just enough gas in there to get this thing going. So the 0.6 millimeter drill bit, that was fine for the 450E. You didn't hear any sputtering, coughing. It was a smooth RPM. So go ahead and open your bits up. Open up your, jet, the main jet there to 0.6 millimeter. And it'll run a little bit better for you. So the first 10 that email me in the continental USA, tell me you're interested in a bit, send me your address, and I'll mail these off to you. I'll get them all together and ship them all off at once, probably in a week or so. Okay, that's it for you guys. That's all for today. Thanks for coming out, checking out this 2019 Bolens. I think we made it purr like a kitten. I hope you guys can make yours purr with one of these drill bits. First 10 that email me at Yahoo, you'll see my email address there, as I mentioned above on the second page. Under description, it'll be about, and you'll see my email there. Click to email, it says, to view email. Have a good day today.